Vera at farshaws.net. Dear Leslie, oh, I can't believe it's autumn already. Sorry for the long delay in replying, especially after the shock news about Irene in your email. How is she now? She's still in the rehab. We've had our own dramas here. I've been dealing with social services enough to get me hospitalised, and as a result I'm in building chaos. Long story. But first, tell me more about Irene. Her last missive sounded deranged. Still, at least it's put us in personal contact at last, after all this time. Of course, I feel as if I know you well. Too well on occasions from your mother's comments.
I bet. The raw prawn.
But I'm sure you're very different in real life.
Too right, matey.
Actually, we did meet once, but at your wedding. But I'm sure you won't remember because you were quite tipsy from the wine. Anyway, it was a lovely occasion, not least because it was where I first met Irene. Oh, perhaps though in the current circumstances you won't wish to be reminded of your wedding. It's so sad when marriages break up. Your mother gave me a blow-by-blow account of yours, all your psychiatric treatments and chanting and self-help manuals. I know she was very concerned for your state of mind.
Right, yeah, like she's not the one who's a dingbat.
And speaking of which, I'm so sorry to hear about hers. Whatever is the matter? Hallucinations? I must admit, looking back, her last few emails were rather odd. They were positively unhinged. In a way, it's a relief to know she was on something. I blame myself, of course. If I hadn't been dealing with the constant invasions of trailer park life, I would have paid more attention. Friends can tell each other things they'd never admit to their daughters, and she might have confided her problem. Here you are, Damon, love. Sorry, I've run out of chocolate. Apparently spliff gives you the munchies, which is the last thing I need. Another reason not to turn on TuneIn and drop out. But where on earth was Irene getting hold of the substances? Surely not the tennis club. Here it would be a steal. A trailer park's like a pharmacy, except they don't stock hot water bottles. Should you be smoking that up a ladder? I've been having my own troubles with health, and in this case, safety. It's all to do with the suitability of my home for my dear little granddaughter, Sabrina. Really, 6 fire extinguishers in 15 square feet should be enough. But no, they want 4 sets of fireproof sheets, 2 emergency exits, and a sprinkler on the roof. It's not as though Sabrina smokes in bed. Karen does, of course, and frequently sets fire to her own hair, but that's Damon's problem. I'm sending a note for Irene and a postal order for flowers. I don't trust all this electronical banking. Would you be kind enough to purchase something pastel? Nothing too psychedelical. We don't want to bring on another episode. Do let me know how she's doing. Best regards, Vera. Oh, dear Irene. I'm so sorry to hear about your breakdown. Has God been appearing to you again? Or was it a contretemps with your boyfriend, Vincent? I never felt right about him. He was altogether too good to be true, especially the teeth.
Well, hello.
Anyone of that age who tells you his teeth are his own is either lying or a freak of nature. Leslie tells me you're coming home to England, and to be honest, I'm glad. Australia's too far away, and by the sound of it, dangerous. You'll be fine as soon as you get back. At least English madness is familiar. Do right as soon as you can tell a pen from a possum. Lots of love, Vera. Oh, my neighbour, Psychic Yasmin, says try to record your hallucinations. Room 101, Woollaboola Wellbeing Clinic. Woollaboola. Dear Vera, I am sneaking this letter out with someone who is leaving today. Thank you.
No worries, Sheila.
Please come and rescue me. I'm sure I shouldn't be in here. Everyone is mad. A woman with a really nasty face has visited me once, claiming to be my daughter. She brought me your note and some really horrible flowers that look like gentlemen's unmentionable bits. Who is she? Is she one of them? You know, they give me pills that make me feel funny. And one time, they tried to toast my head in a machine. I'm not sure how long I've been here. I think it could be about 10 years. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. Oh, I have sent my hallucinations for Yasmin to interpret in blank poetry form. Thankfully, we have creative writing therapy here. The drugs trolley's coming. I've got to hide. I'll expect to see you tomorrow then. Bring wine. Love, Irene.
Hallucinations for Yasmin by I. Spencer. Yellow
men with
funny fingers.
Purple polyps on my nose. Frilly fringes in my eyebrow. Wires and spikes and all things nice. Rats
As big as full moon craters.
Leaving dentures on my bed.
Howling winds and grinning mices. The cork's in the bottle.
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 And it can't get out.
It's obvious she's on Planet Zog.
Dear Leslie, I've received the most balmy note from Irene, and I'm now seriously worried about her condition. I only wish I could come and get her, but I'm up to my neck in K-pop and cladding, all the fault of environmental health. What a misnomenclature. They brought on my asthma and Sabrina's dust allergy. Now, my dear, I think I must warn you, Irene seems to have taken against you. Do be careful. She can be very aggressive, as I know to my cost. There's only one way to deal with her when she gets like this. Dear Irene, pull yourself together. You're behaving like a loony. In fact, you are a loony. Never mind the pills. If you carry on like this, they'll have you in a straitjacket. Believe me, I know. The number of times Karen's tried to have me sectioned.
Help me.
Looking back over our recent correspondence, it occurs to me that all your troubles come from the bottom of a glass. Many bottoms. You are an alcoholic, Irene. There, I've said it. Take the medication. It'll return you to normal. Well, as normal as can be expected. Try and focus on the good things in your life. Well, apart from the wine, that is. And above all, keep the cork in the bottle. Tough love, Vera. Oh, P.S. I'm enclosing a note from my psychic neighbour, Yasmin.
Dear Irene, I feel a ruby red aura around you, or is it rosé, that is causing the distress. I shall send absent healing. Meanwhile, meditate on the crystal I'll enclose and try rubbing it on the polyps. Yours in spirit, Yasmin Brown. Spells, tarot, vintage clothing.
Dear Vera, sorry I haven't replied sooner. The au pair I told you about proved to be a disaster. And I've had to take loads of time off work to look after my daughter, Cheryl Marie, myself. Mum's busy! I hope you don't mind, but I read the note that you sent Mum. The alcoholic bit made a lot of sense to me. Anyway, it seemed to make sense to her too when she read it. And although it made her very upset at first, soon afterwards she seemed to pull herself together and make steady progress until this last bombshell happened. The clinic phoned me last night to tell me Mum has gone missing. What do you mean, missing? Apparently a woman calling herself Karen turned up, claiming to be Irene's friend, Vera's daughter. She had someone with her that the management described as a gorilla. No, not an animal. A bloke called Damon, who wouldn't take no for an answer. Next thing the staff at the clinic knew was that they had disappeared, taking Mum with them.
Oh, no! They wouldn't. Would they?
I just thought you should know. Suppose they'll be taking her back to England, so I've packed up the rest of Mum's clothes and I'll have them shipped across to her home address. If you happen to hear from her before I do, will you tell her that they're on their way? Thanks a million. Leslie.
Gone to Oz, back soon, from Damon. P.S. Please feed dog. Oh. The Outback, Thursday, or is it Friday, of this week. Dear Vera, I'm free. Your daughter and son-in-law to be are my heroes.
Say good day from us.
Yeah, we'll see soon.
Oh, I'm feeling so much better, and I'm still completely off the booze. Tinnies don't count. Thank you, though, for your tough love. It brought me to my senses, old friend. I'm still taking the tablets, which Karen managed to sneak out of the drugs trolley in the clinic, labelled Irene Spencer. Talk about coincidence. Anyway, they make me feel a little bit tired and not quite sure of the day, but at least now I'm getting the week right. Please thank your friend Yasmin for the absent healing, which seems to have worked a treat. I didn't really know what to do with the crystal. Tried several things, but... Sorry, was that me? And as for the meditation, well, I couldn't really do it. Trivial things keep popping into my head, like tinned salmon and Sydney, my poodle, and clothes, clean clothes. Oh, no, I can't do it. I'll be coming home soon. But Damon says we should lay low for a while in case they've staked out the airports. Sounds a bit paranoid to me. Still, he certainly knows his way around a billy can. So we're living well, if rough. Karen is fine. She's so hugely pregnant that it's hard to tell her from the kangaroos, which at the moment are our nearest neighbours. Aren't you, dear? So, see you soon, I hope. One step at a time, eh? My name is Irene Spencer, and I'm an alcoholic. There, I've said it too. Lots of love, Irene. Thank you. Dear Leslie, I'm sorry to bother you again, especially when you're trying to find your feet as a mother. I'd love to be able to give you advice, but clearly I'm no shining example. Anyway, I wondered if you'd heard from Irene or have an address for her yet. She's written me another nutty note, and of course I'd like to reply, but the Outback Australia is much to go on. For now, I'll send a letter post restaurant you and include one for my daughter, Karen. I am so angry with her and her boyfriend, Damon. It's typical of their irresponsible behaviour, but I must say they've never gone as far as abduction before. Now, oh, down, down. Which reminds me, if you had all her clothes, what on earth is Irene wearing? Surely she's not running round the bush in a hospital nightgown. Nothing matches. Nothing matches. And I dread to think what medication they've got her on. Damon's probably growing it. Oh, they left me in a terrible mess. Damon was halfway through building an extension to my trailer. I had to call in Dave next door but one. He was horrified. Pulled the whole thing down, started again, said it was an accident waiting to happen. It could have caved in at any moment. Irene mentioned they were living rough. Oh dear, she won't like that. Well, I only hope Damon isn't exercising his so-called building skills. Or they might not live long enough, rough or otherwise, for me to see my new little grandchild. Oh, it's a pity you're not enjoying motherhood more. Personally, I'm loving it. The only good thing about their disappearance is that the head social worker, Miss Clinch, is letting Sabrina, my granddaughter, stay with me. Hello, sweetheart. Have you had a nice day? I've also got custody of Damon's 4x4 cruiser and his dog. Sit. I don't know why people don't like these SOBs. I think they're wonderful. You go put the television on. Fortunately, Dave, next door but one, has worked like a pole, and the extension's now finished. Otherwise, I don't know how we'd all fit in my trailer. The dog needs one to himself, really. Don't you? Come on, Trouble. In you go. In! In! Here, chew on your pig. All for now. And do forward the enclosed if you can.
Grandma, we learned a song at school today.
Did you, darling? Shall we sing it after tea?
Yes.
Give Irene my love if you speak to her. Ever again. I do worry about her. Oh, Vera. I feel so very, very far away. And so small under this huge sky. You know, I think the skies seem much bigger in Australia. And the stars. Oh, so many. So inspirational. I think I feel the muse descending.
Oh, stars, you twinkle bright o'er all, and make me feel so very small. Oh, bush so vast and dark at night, so full of dingoes hid from sight. They howl and howl the whole night long, and when I'm scared, I sing this song. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands.
If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands.
If you're happy and you know it,
And you really want to show it,
if you're happy and you know it.
clap your hands.